What if the best dating app out there wasn't even an actual dating app? Today, I will be explaining why Instagram is the best dating app for meeting attractive women. When you think of dating apps, you probably think of Tinder, Bumble, or Hinge. If you have any experience with these apps, you probably discovered pretty quickly that they suck. And if you had any success on these apps, then transferring your success to Instagram can lead to some pretty insane results. The first reason that Instagram is a better app for meeting girls than actual dating apps is that the ratio between men to women is more favorable. If you watched any videos about the statistics around dating apps, you will know that men vastly outnumber women, with around 75% of Tinder's user base being male. This means that the level of hypergamy on these platforms is on steroids, and that the legions of men on these apps are fighting over the small amount of women, even if the women are mid. To make matters worse nowadays, dating apps are plagued with bots, catfish accounts, and profiles meant to promote an OnlyFans page, meaning the amount of actual girls on the apps looking to meet guys is even smaller than it is on face value. Instagram, on the other hand, has the opposite situation. Assuming you live in a Western country, women actually outnumber men, albeit less dramatically than men outnumber women on Tinder. This means that you are fighting less of an uphill battle than when using actual dating apps, and the situation is less competitive for us guys. It is also a lot easier to sniff out fake profiles on Instagram, so you avoid wasting time dealing with that. While on Tinder, it feels like every other profile is some sort of bot. A lot of guys that do use Instagram have crappy profiles, and building an attractive profile will put you leagues above the competition. Check out my free community in the description to learn how to build an attractive Instagram profile that will greatly improve your dating results. Having a really attractive Instagram profile on a platform that lacks the demographic imbalance of traditional dating apps can put you in a similar position to that of a top 1% male Tinder profile, where a large amount of women are fighting over you due to scarcity of attractive male profiles compared to the abundance of attractive female ones. Besides the demographic differences between the apps, Instagram bypasses the unforgiving algorithm used by sites like Tinder and Bumble. Even if you swipe right on a girl's profile, she has to see you in her own feed to match, and often the algorithm is so harsh that you won't even show up on her phone. Instagram lets you bypass this by messaging girls directly, following them, or engaging with their profile, which will send a notification to them. For this to work, however, the girl needs to not be some celebrity getting hundreds of new followers and DMs a day. This works great with normal girls that have a few thousand followers max. Another reason that Instagram is the best dating app out there is that the girls on the site are much higher quality, both in terms of attractiveness and in their attitude towards meeting guys. Almost every attractive girl is on Instagram in some capacity, while not every girl is on Tinder, Bumble, or Hinge. Even if a girl's on a dating app, there is a societal stigma around meeting someone from these apps, and this can lead to girls being less willing to meet up with you. They might also be embarrassed at the idea of having to tell people that they met you on Tinder. Also, the idea of these apps being considered hookup apps and a last resort for people who are chronically single creates a negative vibe around these apps, making the interactions you have less fruitful. Although sliding in the DMs is a bit of a meme, there is less of a stigma around it compared to dating apps, and meeting on there can come across as more organic. If you are on Tinder as a guy, she will assume you are looking to meet girls in general, and that she is just one of many you are reaching out to. But anyone can be on Instagram, single or otherwise. This means it looks less desperate on your part, as you can play it off as if you reached out to her specifically, and not a ton of other girls on the app. The last big reason that meeting girls on Instagram is better than meeting them on dating apps is that you have more ways to come across as attractive on Instagram. Dating apps really limit you to pictures and a bio or prompts. On Instagram, you can build up a follower base, showcase your social life in a way that you can't on Tinder or Hinge, and show how other attractive girls follow you, creating an aura of pre-selection that is harder to replicate on an app without being too obvious. On dating apps, you really are limited by your looks, But while looks still matter on Instagram and dating in general, factors like pre-selection and social proof are really powerful factors of a male's attractiveness, and leveraging these things can give you a huge boost. Just go to an Instagram page of a popular college fraternity at a big school. The guys there aren't all attractive or tall, but many will have pictures with attractive sorority girls, as they are attracted to their social status and perceived access to other girls. Not only do you have wider access to different attraction triggers that draw women in, but you can display these attraction triggers to a large amount of women over a long period of time. Getting girls to follow you is generally easier than getting matches on dating apps, especially assuming you have some shared community like school. Even if you don't DM or meet up with girls right when they see your page, if they follow you, they will see your posts and stories. And each time you post, have the chance to broadcast attractive things about yourself to all the girls who follow you. This is even better if you are self-improving or going through a glow-up, as you will be even more attractive as time passes. In order to take advantage of Instagram as a tool in dating, you need to have an attractive profile. My community lets you discuss improving your Instagram and even has a super in-depth video guide series that will take you step by step in building an attractive profile. One of the coolest parts of that is that you will have access to a library of pictures from real Instagram profiles that have an abundance of attractive girls following and engaging with them, so you can emulate what works into your own profile. The link is in the description down below.